What's up, y'all? It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know, and I'm back with another video. So apparently another clip from the precedents has, surfaced and made it to the internet, honey, and got the internet tripping and side-eyeing Angelo and his daughter Asri. I'm gonna give my commentary on this whole situation, but before I do, definitely make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that notification bell, and frequent the channel for all notifications. Let's get into it. Honeys, I told y'all on the last couple of videos that people was going to start digging into Asri because of, some things that were said by her that was inconsistent, as well as, the whole situation with Joy and her at that condo. And, I've said before also on this channel that Angelo is way too present on social media with this whole situation. And honey, I done said, honey, I knew this was gonna happen, honey. These people in these YouTube streets, these supporters, these subscribers, these people that support these bloggers, they are more thorough, honey, than any institution by the government, honey. They are thorough with their work and they pull receipts. I knew they was gonna go back to this girl way past because of her appearing, 1 minute she's giggly and bubbly, the next minute she is, crying, the next minute she appears to be promiscuous, the next minute she appears to be, cocky in the bathtub, rapping to Lil' Kim. It's definitely a back and forth when it comes to, when you see her, how she presents herself. And I think that, the Bible says, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And you also see that when it comes to her dad, because he will tell all his business for free to a blogger and bloggers, and then mad or get on his live and tell all his business and how he moving, and then get mad when it surfaces to the internet or it's reported because it's now public on social media. And I said before, I said no disrespect, but he needs to get a publicist or, somebody that knows how to navigate social media so that he's not in these situations. Now, this is why this is such a huge situation. Now, the story, the way it was originally presented to the public was that Angelo had not been in contact with his daughter for years. That was the story. It was like, okay, she had broke up with a boyfriend. She was emotionally fragile. To, lift her spirits, they got her concert tickets. She wanted to sing with Kay. They signed her over to, to be with somebody else that was not supposed to be Kay. They just was working for the label. And then, that's when the whole rigmarole happened and they didn't see her anymore in years and stuff like that. That's when the contact and everything was lost and all the rest of that. Well, honey, on this precedence trailer clip that was released, and it surfaced on the internet, Asri is on there saying, I don't know why you're saying that you didn't have contact with me. I kept in touch with you 4 to 5 months at a time and all this other stuff. And the way that the clip is appearing, Angelo is not really, debating what she's saying in the clip. Now, it could be just editing, or it could just be another inconsistency. Mind you, he already, it's like and then after that, like you see the clip of that, and then it goes into a K supporter talking that is, very vocal that he's a K supporter, because I guess the series for precedence was supposed to be like the good side of K and everything, but the script was flipped because it was supposed to be people supporting K to basically be the series that's going against L-Time series, because in that series everybody is Vix and telling their story about K, and in this one it was supposed to be people saying good things about K That's what precedence was supposed to be. But apparently the script was flipped, because all this foolishness is happening with Asri, her dad, and everything else with this whole situation. So, honey, when I tell you, I was like, yo, once again, we have him talking to people that is straight opposition to what he say that he was basically standing up for. You know, he said he was standing up for these women and the rest of this stuff. These people are clearly not people that are on his side. And you know, it's like, okay, how is it that he just is so comfortable just talking to people that he just does not know? And then it's just like, I knew this was gonna happen. I said, honey, with her and the claims that she's making, these people on the internet, because he keeps talking about bloggers, and you know, he keeps trying to come against bloggers and stuff that they're doing and stuff like that. And I don't think that that's wise. And I'm, you know, just because, you know, from experience being on YouTube, I don't think he knows how these YouTube streets operate. They do not operate how he thinks they're gonna operate. These people will go back into your old Twitter. They will be on your Facebook, your LinkedIn. I mean, anything that you probably have on this internet, they are looking into it to try to see if your story is credible or not. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all folks, you know, I think there's definitely something going on with Asri, as far as, you know, as far as stability and stuff going on, because you see her going back and forth and different emotions and different stuff is be all over the place. But I think that that's for a professional to evaluate. But what I will say is that it's very clear that all of these inconsistencies are going to raise a lot of questions, as they have, and it's going to cause a lot of problems if they're trying to shop this story to people and want her to be believable. Because now credibility to me is gone with this whole situation, because people are providing a lot of receipts that are calling, you know, people's bluff. They're providing a lot of receipts that are poking a lot of holes in this story or the narrative that's being portrayed. I'm just saying, like, now I think that Kay really was out here doing stuff to women out here and different people, okay, and he has to answer for that. But it's definitely, you're gonna have some people, like I said, in any situation where you're gonna have people telling the truth and you're gonna have people, you know, just joining the bandwagon. And so this whole situation is looking real, like, it's looking like fish sauce. It's looking real tartar saucy. It's definitely looking, it has my eyebrows raised, like, okay, which is it? Were you not in contact with your daughter? Were you in contact with your daughter? You know, because 1 minute is this, 1 minute is that. And then, you know, he's been caught on audio talking to other bloggers, and they've recorded the dude. Like, I remember I was like, yo, I could not believe what I was listening to, that he got caught on audio talking to this guy that he did not know from the Shy so freely. And he just was running that mouth so freely. And I'm like, who? Honestly, if you was a TV network, right? Or you was somebody that was trying to pick up this story or whatever, would you take these people serious at this point? Like, it's so flip-floppy or wishy-washy. It's like 1 minute is this, 1 minute is that. And then people keep on asking the question about the day at the condo. What did they mean? Your dad said your phone is underneath the sink. That is a huge question, because it was a huge thing about I think TK using certain words, the way she described the situation at the condo. But why would you have a phone underneath the sink is a huge question that everybody wants to now know. And my thing is, I'm not a person that likes to, you know, make claims on people. I kind of like to let situations play out so that I could really give my opinion on stuff. But the way, baby, this is being presented, this definitely is looking a little manipulative. It's definitely looking like, what is really going on here? And honestly, I feel like the public deserves to know, because these people have tried to rally the support of the public to support them with the, you know, the reuniting of their daughter, and, you know, sending their prayers and people concerned for real. And I feel like if that's what's going on, where it's clout chasing or bag chasing, and this is for some reality type stuff, I don't know if that's what that is. But if that is a sin and a shame. And like my mama say, and like, you know, the good book say, that's where she got it from. Honey, your sins will find you out. So if you proper lying out here or cap, out here just knowing that you wrong, and out here trying to perpetrate like you the real deal, Holyfield, honey, it's gonna come out. Like I told y'all on the last video, if what don't come out in the wash, it's gonna come out in the rinse. And the thing is, you know, I definitely feel like it's some stability issues as far as from what I've seen, like how the girl, her moods is just so all over the place, or it's just so inconsistent. But okay, honestly, if you was a TV network, let's just be real with this. All these inconsistencies, you got the dad always going live, telling the story and stuff for free, giving it for free to a blogger on YouTube. Who would want to pay for that? Honestly, ask yourself. And then it's just always portrayed like, oh, I'm just different. I'm street. I'm this. And every street dude that I know that's really in the street, they not talkative. They not telling their business plans. Honey, I watched all of the classics. You know, I know a lot of street people. And those people be like, they don't even tell their family or their wives or people nothing. Let alone they not going live to broadcast they every single move. And especially if you are trying to get business stuff going, as far as getting a book or doing something bigger business-wise to turn a negative into a positive, who is really going to take this story serious with all these inconsistencies? Who is going to put their name and credibility on the line fooling with this? Or fooling with these people? Because now it's like, okay, so were you in contact with your parents or not? Were you really in love with this man or not? Were you held and not free to go or not? Like, what is this? What's the story? Because I'm telling you, I told y'all on the video, I said, listen, from the way the girl was so emotional on the condo live stream, how she was crying and stuff like that, I believe that it was she came into some sort of truth to where maybe something happened to where she decided that I got to do what's best for me. I fully believe that. But all of this other side show, you doing a doc, then the whole little thing looked like the 99s to the 2000s as far as the edits. I'm like, who in the world filmed this? Like, who did the edits? Then the so-called sisters of K was in there, and I thought that was debunked a long time ago, where people was trying to say that those women were not necessarily the real sisters. And then it was just like, y'all, I was looking at the background like, what? Like, y'all, if you paid for that, I would definitely get my money back if you paid somebody for that. Because you could shoot better videos on your iPhone. Like, people shoot whole music videos on their iPhone, and the quality is way better than that. Like, the edits, it just looked like some 99, 2000 type of edits. It was bad. I mean, then it's just like every time we turn around, Angelo is caught in an inconsistency on somebody audio that's affiliated, or somebody audio or visual that's affiliated with the people that is in full support of K. That's not for what he claimed he is out here trying to do for the women and people. I just don't understand, y'all. I don't, like, make it make sense to me, okay? Because this is wild. This is fish sauce, tartar sauce. Something is shifty with this. I felt it. Like, I kind of felt like with some of these people, I kind of felt like, okay, I feel like people is trying to, pimp they pain. You feel what I'm saying? Because that is possible. Something could happen to somebody and they just decide that, okay, in America, they glamorize being a vic. That's what they do. That's the times that we live in. people will, get themselves into situations just so that they could write a book or to do tours and stuff like that. I've seen this because this is the culture that we live in. Who is the furthest at the bottom? Who's how many minorities are you? You feel what I'm saying? So people do it all the time. So in the culture that we live in, people be like, oh, you're so brave. And they get all of this adoration for being a Vic with the Vic ideology. And it's like, people don't, it's brave to be a Victor, not necessarily a Vic. You get what I'm saying? So I never got with that whole philosophy on that. And I told y'all, I kind of subtly was like, yo, I kind of feel like something is up. Couldn't really put my finger on it, but I'm not the one. I don't like to really, put stuff out about people and stuff like that until facts and stuff is presented. But this definitely it's still like, okay, if this is, more stuff is provided, maybe opinions and stuff will change. But as for right now, from what people are seeing, credibility in these streets is kind of like a wash right now. It's way too many inconsistencies. It got a lot of people side-eyeing, and it's definitely having people sway towards this is like some clout chase type of situation. Now, it could be something else, but from what we're seeing from this precedence clip, it's looking like there's some inconsistencies that I feel like should be addressed to the public, because that's who you ask to support and, give your daughter prayers and ask for all this support. And, we sitting there concerned about what the heck is going on. And then, to find out, like, people is going back in, they're showing, social media messages, they're showing, audio from such and such and all the rest of this stuff. And I knew this was going to happen, y'all. I said this the other day. I said, she better be prepared, because, one inconsistency in that whole situation to where she told La Policia, and I'm talking about Asri, that Joy kind of made it seem like she got ragged and tagged by Joy. And then the next day, the full audio come out, you running across the hallway, Millie rocking the girl in the hallway. Like, Joy is on the ground screaming and all kind of stuff. Big bubble black coat on, wig all flustered, hat all over the place. Like, and people, like, you seeing people walking back and forth with cameras filming the whole situation. And it's not lining up. A lot of stuff is not lining up. And then the whole yelling out of, such and such, when I was 17, and she was referring to Joy, like, I guess messing with, her or whatever. And it was like, okay, I understand, like, the part about you saying you wanted to help her and you was torn and you wanted to help her, as far as you saying, okay, y'all got into a little scuffle or whatever, and you wanted her to go so that she was able to get in contact with her people. I can understand that, okay? I understand that. But the part where the whole, making it seem like Joy was on some other type of time, I didn't really understand how that came in like that. But it's just, to me, the whole situation is starting to look way to the left. The internet is wild. They asking mad questions. I've been on mad blogs. People is all under the comment section like, I knew it. They saying like, oh, they feel like it's a setup. And here go the thing though, which I feel like this is what's probably gonna happen. I feel like most likely, Angelo is probably going to get on live and be mad at the blogs and different people. But you have to be, the only person that he really could be mad at is he has to be mad at himself for participating in, different series, having phone conversations with people and stuff like that. Like, if it's such a serious matter like this, and you're saying one thing, you have to know that where we live at, in the culture that we in, everything you do or say can and will be used. That's just the culture that we live in. And as far as social media, if you are not social media savvy, you need to get a publicist or somebody that is PR savvy and social media savvy, because he's not it, folks. To me, the way he operates is not high caliber thinking. He makes it seem like he just has these strategic plans and the rest of this stuff, and you could see situations going left a mile away. I mean, I'm just like, what? And then it just constantly be talking about bloggers. Bloggers are, some of these people that are on the internet are not bloggers. Everybody that's on YouTube is not a blogger. Okay, let's get that straight. Some people are actual partners with YouTube. Some people, they just started yesterday, or whatever. Everybody starts somewhere, you feel me? But it's like to constantly be talking about bloggers and people when the only reason we knew about the condo was because it was live streamed. You feel what I'm saying? The only reason that we know about this precedence is because it surfaced to the internet. Like, if you don't post nothing, nobody has no stories to talk about. They don't have no hot topics or trending topics to talk about. And it's just like, you can't have it both ways. Like, you want your daughter to be a public figure because it's obvious that, of course, her being affiliated or associated with K is going to make her a public figure. Of course, her being on any association with a celebrity, you're going to be a public figure because people are now going to want to know who you are. She's the ex-girlfriend of K. So it's just like, to me, either you're not used to that and you're just constantly talking, honey, I'm going to use choke no joke voice. You know how he be like, truth be told, all day, every day, even on your birthday. Well, Angelo run his mouth all day, every day, even on your birthday. Because half this stuff we would not even know. He either be responding to people, like back when that whole situation was going on between him and TS, and he was up there, I really don't want to tell no information, but dropping little stuff he felt about TS and his wife. He just was up there recently saying, such and such wife could have texted or called my phone and all this. We would not know about half this stuff if he was not telling it. Honey, he be telling it on the mountain. Okay? We would not know about half of this stuff if it's either it's like, okay, even with the whole reuniting photo shoot picture, it's like you like share, the pic, share and follow the pages. So it's clearly public figure type of time going on. But then when the bloggers blog accordingly, because these people are public figures, now it's because the narrative is not this way. And you're talking about people that's not on different levels and stuff. And it's like, clearly he doesn't know how YouTube ranks, work, or anything. Like, he's clearly not well versed in that topic to talk about who is on what level or on whatever level on YouTube. So, I mean, and then it's just like, y'all, I really feel bad because I feel like there are people that are have been affected by K and the negativity surrounding that. But if this is that type of situation where, it's just about being a public figure and clout chasing is going on, it makes it harder for people who want to come forward for them to come forward. And I'm hoping it's not that, because that would be a real sad situation. If it's not that, then, I still feel like I have sympathy and empathy for, Asri, because to me, it is definitely some things to me that I feel like show some type of, instability. But if it is a ploy for, celebrity and stuff like that, I'm just gonna be over the whole situation, because it's like, that's messed up. You feel me? That's just not right. And it just, y'all, I feel like it's a lot of questions that should be answered. Because if that's the case, I feel like the public is owed an apology, because that's gonna be foul. Like, I mean, if that's what's going on, I feel like the public is owed an apology. It's just, I don't know. Like, I feel like people just, they show their hand too quickly, because they just broadcast way too quickly, or they just broadcast way too much of what they do. And when the outcome is not what they want the outcome to be, because people are picking the story apart, or they're kind of getting hip to what's going on, then it's, oh, people are not real bloggers, and they're not this, they're not that. And I personally just feel like that's whack to me, because a lot of these people that took the time to blog, they helped this situation get a lot of media attention. That, when it comes to melanated girls or original girls, these people don't really give two blanks about melanated girls or stuff that happens to them, okay, like, at all. So, and we seen what happened with a lot of these young ladies, where their stories did not even make the news. I feel like the only reason that this even made the news is due to K being, I would say, the R&B status that he was. You feel me? That's the only reason that this is even making waves like that. And just due to people having sympathy and compassion for the story, because out of all honesty, like I said, when I seen, TS at the McDonald's on video talking about, I want my daughter, and looking at the videos of the helicopter flying over the Johns Creek residence, I was like, yo, this dude really had these people a daughter. Like, what is going on? Like, I really felt like, wow, this dude has really been running these streets. But to see inconsistencies, and I'm not talking about TS and them, but to see inconsistencies where it's like, okay, you have told the public that you had not talked to your daughter, and then your daughter is on this clip saying that she spoke to y'all, has me asking questions. I cannot even front with y'all, like, all honesty. And this is like no disrespect, but it's just like, this is a little wild. So maybe he'll clear it up, on his next live stream. I don't know, but I don't see this, going well. I already knew, like, with this going the way that it's going, I felt like people were going to start to, when they seen the, I would say the other video of what happened at the condo, I knew that people were going to start, digging in. And I'm not even talking about the people that already been digging in, because K supporters, they've been trying to dig into this whole situation. But I mean, like, other people that are not necessarily on a side, they're just kind of, looking at the news and looking at different stuff. But also, the point that I'm making is that this is wild, y'all. This is wild. This is definitely having people ask a lot of questions. And it's like, every time we turn around, we're supporting, and every time we turn around, it's like, dude is on some type of audio with a K supporter, chatting it up. Now you on a whole series that was supposed to be in support of K, but it turned, it flipped to a whole nother situation. And now it's just like, yo, what is going on? Like, what else could happen with this whole situation? Like, what is gonna happen next with this whole situation? Now, I'm hoping for the best in this situation. I'm hoping that this is not a clout chase situation, but you just never know. Like, you can't, ain't no man walking good but the Father, okay? I don't trust no man. I don't trust no woman. You can't trust nobody. You can't trust nobody out here. That's just period. Anything somebody tell you, you gotta fact check what they say. So I don't blame people for wanting to do that, or I don't blame people for not necessarily trusting when it's like, okay, we've heard the story, and now it's like all of these inconsistencies coming out. Like, it's kind of crazy. But then again, like I said before, like, I don't really know What's up with the girl Asri? Only a professional could say what's really up to why, you know, one day it's this, one day it's that, because that's a stability type of issue. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's you know, that looks unstable. You feel what I'm saying? But only a professional will be able to tell y'all what's up with that. But with, you know, her dad's situation, he's always, you know, talking. Okay, I don't know what's up with that, but I mean, I already knew that was gonna be some issues due to me, you know, working and doing PR stuff before and all of that other stuff. I already knew that was gonna be an issue. Like, I mean, did y'all see Kay had Daryl to contain his situation? Well, Angelo needs somebody to help contain and manage their situation, because I just don't understand. Like, if you are trying, if she's saying, you know, hey, I'm going to tell my story and all the rest of this stuff, I know that you have to be in hopes of somebody, you know, picking the story up, so that you have, you know, you're waiting for the right time, the right place, you know, the right, you know, situation to tell your story. Who is going to want your story if it's all broadcasted on social media before it's time? If it's being given for free? You get what I'm saying? Like, you ever went to a job interview and they kind of know that you accepted something so low, and, you know, at another place, and then you come in there trying to be, you know, a big guy and trying to get a big, you know, number from them, and they looking at you like, well, I feel like you only worth this. You feel what I'm saying? Because you was trying to give this person something for free over there. So it's like, if you're not maneuvering the right way, you gonna be bamboozled, hoodwinked, and led astray. You feel what I'm saying? It's just the whole situation is what is really going on here. What are y'all's thoughts about this whole situation? Like, do y'all think like people are just, you know, making a big deal out of nothing? Do y'all see the inconsistencies? Leave your comments in the chat and in the comment section down below. It's KingBritneyChanel. You already know. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all soon on the next video. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.